Skyrim challenges nowadays are a dime a dozen. Pretty much every build has been explored and we have so many overpowered Dragonborns coming out the wazoo. But of all the mages and warriors and paladins, there is one playstyle that can trump all in terms of power, and that is the legendary Stealth Archer. The one arguably most frowned upon. It's not really requiring much skill or patience to master. Stealth Archers are the build that you'll go by default if you decide to main archery in a Skyrim playthrough. It just makes the most sense. So why bother do a video on this build if it's already been done to death? Well, in case you missed the thumbnail and the title of the video, I want to see how good it really is by testing if it can overcome the ultimate restriction: ammo. Can I beat Skyrim using only 100 arrows? The restrictions for this run are basically what it says on the tin. In combat, I have a grand total of 100 arrows to beat Skyrim's main story. I can upgrade my bow and equipment as I see fit, with the exception of creating pieces of armor or enchantments that allow me to deal like 10 billion damage with a single arrow. No ill will towards people who do that, but it kinda takes the fun out of the challenge when I can one-shot an Elder Dragon out of the sky. Any arrows used have to be accounted for when upgrading the type of arrow, so if I've used 10 iron arrows and I upgrade to steel, then I can only have a total of 90 steel arrows going forward. Any of the perks are free to be upgraded, like magic, enchanting, and smithing, providing it only results in a bow being used to deal damage. The run ends when Alduin is killed, or I run out of arrows. So I actually can't do anything until I get a bow under Helgen when archers are introduced. I let Ralof kill everything up to that point and then loot the nearest soldier. I pick the Wood Elf for the bonus points in archery, and just from the tutorial, I need to be way more patient with my shots and get to upgrading my bow as quickly as possible. By the time I reach Riverwood, having gone with Ralof to allow him to take care of any potential combat encounters with wolves so I'm not wasting any unnecessary arrows, I'm down to 92 in total. I'm down nearly a tenth of my overall total and I haven't even gotten to Whiterun yet. I really need to be more careful. I picked the Thief Stone on the way down for the increase to stealth gains and picked all of Gerda's stuff to sell, except for a ring of minor archery. Thank you very much, game. I sell all my unneeded things to Alvor and buy all my remaining arrows, so now I don't have to keep track. I head to Whiterun to join the companions so Ayla can teach me archery, next to Riften to join the Thieves Guild. I run through the rat race as fast as possible, join the guild, and then realise it isn't this armour that increases my archery damage. So I burn an arrow to kill Grelod the Kind, get the letter from the Dark Brotherhood, kill the cat, and get the armor I should have gone to from the start. Now to do a load of off-camera boring stuff. All this included the Dawnstar loop to upgrade my armor, my bow, arrows, my stealth, and buying archery levels from the Thieves Guild Archer as he's actually better than Ayla. Bleakfall's Barrow is easy enough to sneak through for the most part. There are some required kills who go down in one shot, but I can take my time past the Sleeping Draugr, kill the spider, and grab the stone. The dragon fight was good to let a load of the other soldiers do the heavy lifting, but it started getting risky from here. Getting up to High Hrothgar resulted in spent arrows, and after getting there and clearing the dungeon to get the horn, I'm down to half of my starting arrow total. I don't know if I made a mistake with the power leveling and maybe should have just focused on getting the stealth bonuses for the 6 times archery damage while sneaking and just gone from there, but going into the embassy with 50 odd arrows doesn't feel great. The whole power leveling thing may have skewed enemies to have higher health and higher armor, so it's not looking good. However, having absolutely absurd sneak skill does benefit the embassy, with needing only 4 arrows to get through the whole place. I was actually stunned by this, as I thought I would have to kill a lot more by default or just get spotted a hell of a lot more. But this was actually hilarious to see, just a guy crouched in shiny armor with a bow out, and these high elves can't see a thing. At this point, my mood completely shifted from the fear of getting the horn and only having 46 arrows left. I ended up taking stock of the required fights left, how much can I sneak past, and how much do I have to fight. There are 2 fights with Alduin, Sun at the bridge in Sovngarde, and going through the dungeon to get the Elder Scroll that I think there's only 1 Dwarven Centurion that I need to kill because it holds a key. Aside from carelessness resulting in wasted arrows, I actually think I'm alright from here. A grand total of 10 arrows are used in the process of grabbing Esbern from the Warrens, and 2 dragon fights before firing a final arrow to get into Skyhaven Temple. A further 6 arrows are used in all the busy work after meeting Paarthurnax to actually get to Blackreach. But Blackreach itself goes very well. Sneak once again proves to be a busted ability, as only 4 arrows are used to get through the whole place. A further 4 are spent in the first fight with Alduin after reading the Elder Scroll at the Time Wound, so heading into the endgame, I'm on 22 arrows remaining. But then I hit Skulldafn. Skulldafn proved to be the biggest individual draw on my remaining resources. I went in with 22 arrows and I came out with 3. I don't know if this was carelessness or if there was just that much unavoidable shit, but that was rough. I get the one shot on Sun, so I have 2 arrows to defeat Alduin with. The first flies right through him, as I forgot I need to actually have him on the ground to deal damage. I needed to let the ancient heroes do most of the work here, so I can take the final shot with my arrow, only just beating Skyrim with 100 arrows. I'm gonna be honest, I did not optimize this run at all. I think I wasted at least 10 to 20 shots just from impatience or forgetfulness. You could 100% do this run with maybe 80 arrows, 75 without busted as hell enchantments at the max. After beating this run, I came to realise just how much this game has been played and how all playstyles have been explored. What else could I possibly make a video on Skyrim about? I've done the Platinum Trophy, I've now beaten it with an ammo limit, I've beaten it as Gandalf, attempted survival as Aragorn, but I think Skyrim has truly been exhausted for content now, at least for me. I may make another challenge video on this game at some point in the future, but I think for now, I'll leave this game to my yearly 3-week binge like everyone does.